Tav X Hebrews, purity and becoming one. Peace, blessings, love, and safety to the 12 tribes of Israel who are scattered into all nations. Not gonna keep y'all long at all, family. Just popping up real quick just to do a little more banging on animal sacrifice as well as human sacrifice. This is gonna be a short live stream, family. I just wanted to come back to further elaborate on what I was talking about yesterday. And I know a lot of you guys, you're still angry from that live stream yesterday because the majority of Israelites out there, you guys are afraid to face reality. And many of you out there, you're scared to death to admit that the Torah has been heavily tampered with, heavily edited. I'm not afraid of that over here. I deal with reality. And I told y'all, some of y'all was going to unsubscribe yesterday because it was a hard pill to swallow because it's messing with your Hebrew Israelite religion. I could care less about any of that. I'm going to do what Yahweh wants me to do. I don't follow no man. I don't follow no woman. I do deep sea diving research in the scriptures, and I'm not afraid of what I find. A lot of you, that's your problem. You actually care what other people think about you, and that's holding you back. You care about what church members think, camp members, your pastors, your teachers, your elders, your mores. I don't care nothing about none of that. I care about what Yahweh thinks, what Yahweh says. I'm trying to help you guys wake up to reality, but you're too afraid to admit what you find. Because I know some of you out there know what I was telling you yesterday was right. And even if you don't know it's right, you can tell something is off. You see the contradiction. One part over here, they're telling you to sacrifice and that God honors it. Another part over here is telling you God out of his own mouth says, I never commanded burnt offerings or sacrifices. Never means never. Doesn't mean like some of you are trying to say, well, sometimes he accepts animal sacrifice, other times he doesn't. No. Malachi 3 and 6, I am the Lord, I change not. Either he does accept animal sacrifice or he does not. It ain't no sometimes he does, sometimes he don't. Does that sound like Malachi 3 and 6 to you? Does that sound like a God who doesn't change to you? Or sometimes he accepts animal sacrifice, sometimes he doesn't. That sounds like a God that changes to me. You afraid of that. But instead of admitting that you're afraid of it, instead of admitting that you see the blatant contradiction, you'll get mad at me because I'm pointing it out. Well, guess what? That's tough, okay? I'm going to bring out truth and reality. I'm not telling you guys what to do. I'm not telling you what to think or believe. I am pointing out to you something that's clear and obvious. But guess what? I got more proof today. You guys are not going to be able to run from this. Real, raw, uncut truth is supposed to make you uncomfortable. I'm not going to come on here and just tell y'all stuff that y'all think you already know. We're going to go into some stuff that sometimes people are afraid to talk about, like what I'm talking about right now. I'm about to bring out scripture right now to show you how far that somebody's willing to go to have you think that killing blood sacrifices is going to help you with God. When God said, I never commanded it. But see, some of us don't understand the meaning of words. You know what never commanded you means? It means never. There's no sometimes it's okay and sometimes it's not. That's a God that changes. And I know many of you, you don't like that. So y'all can go ahead and unsubscribe. Uni Big Tree says, when the tabernacle was built, a Uni Big Tree, this thing is doing what it does. Sometimes it cuts off comments on the far right. So I'm gonna have to guess at some of these parts where it cuts off what you're saying. It says, when the tabernacle was built, why they commanded to make basins something is cutting off basins something and utensils. specifically for the purpose of sacrifice? Well, here it is, Uni Big Tree. Because somebody wants us to kill animals. That's a theme that's being pushed all throughout the Old Testament, murdering God's animals. I got more proof for y'all today, though, and it ain't just about killing animals. Fallen world means a fallen spiritual system. How you think we got so far from animal sacrifice to now human sacrifice is okay? I'm going to show you human sacrifice in the Old Testament, you guys. You're going to have to make a decision. I know this is painful, you guys. Why do you think I made so many disclaimers? I brought out biblical disclaimers yesterday before I did that live because I knew the majority of us are not ready for this because it makes us feel uncomfortable. Guess what? That's just what it is. You're not supposed to be comfortable. That's why it's called growing pains. It's painful to grow. On this channel around here, we don't just stand still in one spot. We on the move. We're seeking after the Most High. And no man, woman, church, group, organization is going to stop that. Not on this channel, y'all. We don't play those games over here. We're going to go deep. Uni Big Tree says, let me give you a precept right now. So I'm just talking. Okay, brother. I don't have any doubt that you can probably pull a million precepts, brother, where they're telling you to do sacrifice. But what did God say out of his own mouth? See, that's the part. That's why many of us can't get this, because we refuse to acknowledge that the Torah has been heavily edited. So you can, brother, you can pull 10 million precepts. I'm sure you can find lots of precepts where they're telling you sacrifice this, sacrifice that. But how many people are out there are actually telling you guys to use your brain and to think? The majority of Israelites are going to tell you it's evil to use something that God gave you, which is our brains. God didn't just give us our brains just to sit on top of our heads. He actually wants us to think. But evil teachers in Israel actually teaching you shouldn't be thinking when it comes to the scripture. Just read, and whatever it says, just take it. I'm not doing that. I'm never going to do that. I'm always going to search out a matter for myself. We live in a world where nothing but lies has been taught. Maybe y'all guys forget, but I'll never forget the times where I believed straight up lies, like the New Testament. I didn't question it. I just read it. Whoa, oh, well, it says it right there, so it must be true, right? Hell no. Just because something is in a book does not mean it's true. And I got more proof for y'all today. You guys tried to duck and dodge yesterday. Like I said, you guys can bring out a million precepts where it's telling the sacrifice. But it ain't going to stop Jeremiah 7:22. It ain't going to stop Malachi 3:6. God does not change. God is not a God that accepts animal sacrifice sometimes, but sometimes he don't. That's a changing God. I know y'all see that out there, but you're too afraid to let go of what you thought was truth. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to pivot. When I see I'm going the wrong way, I'm going to slam on the brakes. I don't care who it offends. I don't care if I believed in it my whole life. Before I became Old Testament only, Yahweh only, I believed in JC my whole life. Guess what? When I realized that that was a lie, I don't care how many scriptures they got about it. I realized it was a lie. I wasn't afraid to pivot. And I'm telling you, killing God's creatures is evil. I don't care how many verses you guys can pull. You know why you guys can just pull those verses and not think at all? Because the majority of you out there, you still won't admit the Torah has been tampered with. I want to see right now. According to YouTube, we got 4 people in here watching. Do any of you have the testicular fortitude right now on this live to admit right now in the live chat, how many of you are willing to admit that the Torah has been heavily edited? I'm not going to say nothing else right now. I'm going to wait to see who got the balls right now to admit in the live chat that the Torah has been heavily edited. I'm not going to say nothing else. I'm just going to wait to see if anybody got the balls to admit the Torah and the Tanakh has been heavily edited. I'm going to shut my mouth. I'm going to wait for a second to see if anybody says something. And if you don't say that it's been edited, then I know that you don't know that or you're afraid to admit it. But I'm going to shut up. Y'all got the floor. The 4 people who are in here. Do any of you got the balls to admit the Torah and the Tanakh has been heavily edited? I'm going to shut up now and wait. I'm going to read y'all comments too, but I'm going to shut up. I'm going to wait. Is anybody here willing to admit that the Torah has been heavily edited? Say so right now in the live chat. I'm telling you the Torah has been heavily edited, family. But can you admit it? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Is anybody out there got the balls to admit that the Torah has been heavily edited? If you don't, that's why you can't see what I'm saying to you right now. I'm about to read some of these comments though. I'm gonna read all these comments. You guys, anything you guys, comments you got, questions you got, comments, verses, whatever. Y'all know we don't play games around here. We don't duck nothing. Anything y'all put in this live, I'm gonna read it. So I'm asking y'all a question. Since everybody wants to defend animal sacrifice, and I'm sure you guys can get hundreds of scriptures where it says to sacrifice, but I'm asking you, can anybody admit that the Torah has been heavily edited? And you see, I know that y'all scared of that. Because first we had 2 people watching, 4 people watching at first. Now we only got 2. You know why? Because y'all scared of that. You can't admit it. So of course you can't see what I'm saying. You're too blind and you're too afraid to admit the Torah has been tampered with. I'm not afraid. We deal with reality over here. And that's going to cause most people to run for the hills. Y'all can't take it. You afraid. King David says, Tav X, strength emoji. Tav X, King David. Uni Big Tree says, Exodus 31, 3 and 8. Uni Big Tree says, he doesn't when we are wicked. Hey, brother, either he accepts animal sacrifice or he doesn't. Animal sacrifice is something that people did when they were wicked to be forgiven and to get right. You can't have that one, brother. That's not true. Either animal sacrifice is lawful or it's not. The whole purpose, allegedly, of animal sacrifice is when you go off and when you sin and you want to repent. So, of course, our people have always been wicked. That ain't gonna fly, brother. You know why you saying that, though? You can't admit the Torah has been heavily edited. I asked that question. I did not see an answer from you, brother, letting me know that you won't admit the Torah has been heavily edited. You can't admit it. And I'm not bashing you. I'm saying this to get you to see why you don't see what I'm saying. You can pull 100 scriptures in the Old Testament that says to sacrifice. But God said out of his own mouth, he never spake to our ancestors. Y'all know what never means? It means never. Never. It's an add-on. But you know why you can't see that, brother? You won't admit the Torah has been heavily edited. I asked you the question. No response from you. No response from you, brother. J.R. Meadows says, wheat versus tares, blood pressure, pure, starseed blessings, worldwide unity, Hebrew Israelite fam, 100. Fam, we definitely need worldwide unity. And I'm trying to get y'all to see. We've been lied to, y'all. But I told y'all when I went live yesterday that most of you would not be able to handle what I was going to bring forth. J.R. Meadows says, I'm new to them books. I couldn't tell you. And brother, right now, we're talking about what we have as the Torah and the Tanakh. Those books have been heavily infiltrated and heavily edited, brother. King David says, it definitely been touched, it's no doubt. The Most High let their pride to give us the main one back, serve him only and keep the laws because they thought we was dumb to see that after breaking us so bad. Facts, King David. Facts. J.R. Meadows says, thumbs up, people, 100% content here. I think this is Real Israel says the first book of the Bible has been tampered with. Facts. Facts, Real Israel. Our people are afraid of that. Real Israel says Genesis 22:2, the Most High told Abraham to sacrifice his son. Exactly. And you guys, you better believe that is a infiltration. The Most High would not, the Most High would not tell you to commit sin to test you. Human sacrifice is evil, y'all. But you can't see it because you are afraid. You can't admit the Torah's been tampered with. I'm not afraid to admit that. When I find a lie, I don't care what book it's written in. I'm going to call it out. But many of you are still in the Hebrew Israelite religion, so you're not allowed to call stuff like this out. Your elders, your teachers would have your heads because your teachers, for the most part, are all liars. That's why your teachers tell you, don't read this, don't read that. Don't look here, don't look that. Don't look up in the sky, that's evil. Don't question this, don't question that. Your teachers are wicked. Nobody out there wants to bring out what I'm bringing out right now. Guess what? I got more proof. And I'm sure you guys are going to get more upset. But guess what? Somebody out there needs to hear this. Because there is somebody out there who's chasing after the Most High, and they're not going to let a man or woman or church or group stand in their way. Like me. I'm just one person, but I am not going to let a church, a pastor, a teacher, or moray, or elder stand in the way of me, myself, digging for myself. That's what you guys are doing out there. Oh, I read it, so it's true. Hell no. Somebody can tell a lie just as well as write one. But you guys, you know what your problem is? You guys think that you're hardcore in the truth, but when you run across a truth that's difficult to digest, you start backpedaling. You start making excuses for it. And one of the things you guys doing, you do not have the ability to admit that the Torah's been heavily edited. You can't do it. I asked you guys, of everybody in here, who can admit that? Only like one or two people said something. So anybody that want to challenge what I'm saying, I'm asking you, do you admit that the Torah's been heavily edited or not? If you can't, you really got no foot to stand on over here. Because you don't really know the whole story. You don't know. And you're afraid to dig because you're afraid of what you might find. That's why you guys are afraid of this topic right here. You're afraid of what you might find. I'm not afraid. I made up my mind a long time ago. I'm going to go wherever the truth leads. I'm not afraid of truth. I don't care where it leads. I'm going there. And you guys should too. Don't be trusting no man, no woman, no church, no group. They're going to get you guys killed. Straight killed. King David says, bro, if you read the whole package, he said, after I don't like it, I was just testing, see how far you will go for me. You think the Most High gonna break his own laws? Exactly. You didn't read the whole thing. You cherry pick. King David says he didn't accept sacrifice from man or animals. That's an add-on. If don't believe his words, he strike. Then you will see he ain't lying. Facts. Facts. And you guys, if you remember, if you guys, anybody who watches this video, if you didn't see that live stream yesterday about animal sacrifice, I encourage you to go back and watch it, okay? And understand this, hardcore, raw, uncut truth is supposed to make you uncomfortable. I'm not just gonna come on here and say stuff that I know y'all want to hear, that I know you like to hear. I'm not gonna do that. That's not my job. My job is to bring forth what I find. And when I find truth, I bring it forward. When I find lies, I expose them. Even if it is in the Torah. I'm not going to say, oh, that's the Torah. This can't be a lie. Yeah, it can. Yeah, it can. Because guess what? The Torah was not always in our hands. I know that. And you guys know it too. But you know what? You're too afraid. Most of your teachers are holding you back. Most of your elders holding you back. Every single church holding you back. IUIC holding you back. GMS, HOI, WFI, Hebrew Israelite Messianic groups, all holding you back. And you guys right now, I know somebody out there right now, you guys want to stone me because I've upset your Hebrew Israelite religion. I'm showing you that viciously murdering an innocent animal is evil and wicked. But all y'all want to do, no, brother, Genesis says this, Exodus says this. Yeah, it's called an add-on. Jeremiah 7:22, God says, I never spoke to your forefathers concerning burnt offerings or ancestors. That is a blatant contradiction. Blatant contradiction. I even brought out how the very first response by God to sacrifice was judgment. God killed Abel. Abel is the very first person that we can read about in the Torah sacrificing an animal, and God killed him. But you afraid of that? You guys are scared to death of the judgment that Yahweh brought on Abel. You're scared straight. You're scared straight. You guys won't deal with that. You'll gloss over it. You'll try to make up some kind of excuse in your own mind why God killed Abel, because God is the one who killed Abel. But that's too much for you to digest. Nobody's ever told you to think about it. And people in the Israelite community actually tell you it's evil to think. We don't deal with that around here. We're going to deal with all the hard topics. We do heavy bag work around here sometimes. And yesterday and today is one of those times. Many of you guys, you scared of the heavy bag. King David says, why people don't want the full truth, it hurt bad. Isaiah 30:10. They tell the seers, stop seeing visions. Yep. They tell the prophets, don't tell us what is right. Tell us nice things. Tell us lies. Hey, King David, all praises to the Most High for you bringing out these scriptures, brother. And King David, I know that you see what I see. You understand our people, they're afraid of this. They are afraid of this. Our people are saying exactly what you just said. J.I. Meadows says, all praises, star seed blessings. All praises to the Most High God of Israel. All praises to the Mighty One of Jacob. All praises to Yahweh for revealing these things to us, y'all. My whole entire life, I thought that killing animals was a good thing. I thought that killing animals was a part of the commandments to bring us closer to God, until I started really, really going deep as I possibly can. And I thought about and examined the fact that the first response of God to sacrifice was judgment. How many of you ever even thought about that before? And if you haven't thought about it before, I know that I'm saying it to you now. You might not like it, but I know how the human brain works. You're hearing me say it, so you have no choice but to play that thing out in your mind. God killed Abel. And you got to ask yourself, well, why did he kill Abel? Why did he kill Abel right on the heels of Abel sacrificing an animal when the Bible tells you his sacrifice was accepted? So why was he viciously murdered? Where's the blessing at? If his sacrifice is accepted, isn't Abel supposed to be blessed instead of being viciously killed? Uh-huh. But Cain was actually protected by God. See, your mind won't go down that road because you're afraid of what you might find. And I get it. I get it. King David says, I told this year I'm going cold-hearted like King David, holding back nothing, showing love, but facts is facts. Next journey, trying to get fully right myself as possible. We getting too close to be playing. Facts, King David. We getting too close to be playing, y'all. And y'all, look, check this out. Here's another sign. Since the total solar eclipse, okay? I know many of you are still angry about that. You guys don't want to face the facts that the total solar eclipse had numerous signs. Numerous. Guess what? We looking at another sign right now. More knowledge being increased. The people who want more truth, we're receiving more truth. But the people who satisfied standing in one place, we're not standing in one place over here. I'm gonna keep telling y'all. I'm not just gonna come on here and just tell you only the things that you like. Sometimes you're gonna hear some things that you can't stand. Because raw, uncut truth is supposed to make us uncomfortable. It's not supposed to rub our backs and pat us on the head. No, that's Christianity. That's Hebrew Israelite religion. We don't deal with religion over here, y'all. J.R. Meadows says, I love truth. It makes me feel so righteous. Facts, brother. Facts. You guys, we have to understand, just because we've been holding something dear for years and years and years does not mean we are right. The Most High does not want you killing his creations, y'all. How many of you out there, I asked that question, only one or two people answered. How many of you can admit that the Torah has been heavily edited? Most of y'all duck that because you're afraid of it. How many people of y'all can admit that the first response to sacrifice was judgment from God? You ever think about that? You ever think that if God would have allowed Abel to live a long and blessed life, that maybe people would look at that and say, sacrificing animals must be a righteous thing? Because look at how God blessed Abel, but God did not bless Abel. Instead, he killed him. You ready to deal with that, Hebrew? Is any Hebrew Israelite on this live stream or on the playback? Are you ready to deal with that? If God accepted Abel's sacrifice like it said it did, how come God didn't bless Abel? And don't tell me that he was blessed. I'm not an idiot. He got viciously, brutally killed right on the heels of his sacrifice. That's not being blessed. But guess what? Some Hebrew Israelite out there is going to lie and say that God blessed Abel. Where? Where do you read about God blessing Abel? He committed that sacrifice and then he got viciously killed. Where's the blessing? I'll wait. Can anybody on this live stream show me the blessing that God gave Abel? Uh-huh. You guys are scared. You're terrified of dealing with that. See, I'm here to make you think. This ain't religion. This ain't no group. I'm here to move and provoke every Hebrew Israelite to deep sea dive and research for yourself. Shame on you if you listen to any man or woman telling you, don't research this, don't research that, don't question this, don't question that. Shame on you if you listen to anybody telling you that, because they are trying to stop your search. You guys, I don't know what it's going to take. One of the things it's going to take, you're going to have to stop being afraid. Stop being afraid. When you see something ain't right, I don't care if it's in the Bible. If it's a lie, it's a lie. You didn't put it there, so what you worried about? You did not write the Bible, so what you scared of? A lie is a lie. Doesn't matter who wrote it. Doesn't matter what book it's in. Lies is lies, and lies are going to doom you. What lies? Any of them concerning God. And anything telling you that God wants you to kill his creation. You just remember what happened to the first person who decided to kill one of God's animals in the name of sacrifice. God had him killed. Yeah. You think about that. Next time you want to wonder why the Israelites got kicked out of Israel in 70 AD, you just think about that. All the priests in there sacrificing God's creatures, killing God's creatures, and you wonder why we got kicked out of Israel. Even though the prophets, God says out of his own mouth, I never spoke to your ancestors concerning burnt offerings or sacrifice. But y'all want to say, no, that's not true. Sometimes he did, sometimes he didn't. That's a lie. But you're scared. You ain't ready yet. And this is not a bash on you, but I do want you to understand that you got to snap out of it. You got to stop being scared. You're scared right now. You're scared to dig too deep because God forbid you should find something that disrupts your Hebrew Israelite religion. Like what I'm about to read to y'all right now. I know some of you guys, y'all want to stone me. He's wicked. He's preaching the false. He said not to do this. I'm not saying nothing. God said that he never commanded it. You know what never means? I don't think you guys know what never means. You think never means sometimes. Clearly, by some of you guys' response, you don't know what the word never means. You guys don't have a leg to stand on. All you got is your personal feelings. And you won't admit, you will not admit, you are petrified to admit the Torah has lies in it. Yeah, it does. The Torah and the Tanakh has lies in it. Yes. But why are you afraid to admit that? What's so terrifying about you admitting that? You didn't put the lies in there. The nations did. When you go into captivity, your belongings go to the guy who got you enslaved, aka the nations. You went into slavery multiple times. The nation took your Torah and Tanakh, and they did with it what they felt like it. They added their ways in there. Animal sacrifice. God said out of his own mouth, I never spoke to your forefathers concerning burnt offerings. So what y'all gonna do with that? Two total different contradictions. It's none of that garbage. Well, sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. No. You ever heard of Malachi 3 and 6? I am the Lord, I change not. So there's no such thing as sometimes he accepts it, sometimes he doesn't. No, he never accepted it. He never commanded it. But you guys still don't understand the basic meaning of basic words like never. You guys can't understand that. And you're too afraid to research, and you're definitely too afraid to admit the Torah's been edited. You're scared to death of that. I don't know why you're afraid of it. You didn't put the lies in there, but somebody did, and you afraid to call it out because, it's in the Torah. The Torah has been corrupted. You guys, I'm telling you, the Most High is in there, but he ain't on the surface. You can't just go on the Torah and Tanakh, grab the surface and think you're going to get it. You got to go deep sea diving in the Torah and the Tanakh because Yahweh hides himself. We read that yesterday, but y'all still can't see it. You know why? Because you missing it, even though we read it. The God of Israel is a God that hideth himself. But y'all don't get that. It's the glory of the Lord, Yahweh, to hide a thing, the glory of kings to search it out. But you can't see that. You think it's right there on the surface, because on the surface it tells you to sacrifice. But once you deep sea dive, you see God never commanded it, and he's never going to accept it. I don't care how many verses you read in the Old Testament. It's add-ons. But see, you're afraid of that. You're afraid to admit that. You didn't put the add-on in there, but you want to act like you don't see the blatant, obvious contradiction going two different ways. Tons of verses saying sacrifice, other verses saying, I never commanded a thing. I never told you nothing about burnt offerings or sacrifices. Two totally different statements. Who you gonna go with? And don't tell me sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. No, that's a lie. Malachi 3 and 6. You guys, you just scared. You're scared to death. And I'm going to keep on saying it because that's what it is. HN says, I agree. J.R. Meadow says, I never thought that was real hurt in animals. Yeah. But you know what? We always get taught to just accept everything. It's been beat into our heads for so long. King David says, facts. It's no difference from fighting in the street. The winner add his story, and you know they will overgas it because they won. And put some truth with it, knock him out, but say it with one punch lie. Exactly, King David. Exactly. But our people cannot see that. So let me show you what happens when you refuse to see or when you can't see. They're setting you up to make you believe, first of all, that blood sacrifice is of God, which it's not. God never commanded blood sacrifice of anything. But they start off killing animals, okay? And then they progress to human sacrifice. That's why you got the New Testament. You got JC. You know what? I actually had a brother yesterday. This brother tried to bring out New Testament scriptures. I don't know what he called himself doing, but he brought out New Testament verses to try to persuade me that sacrifices are of God. You know we don't deal with the New Testament over here. But this brother, he wanted to hold on to animal sacrifice so bad. that he came through with New Testament Bible verses. I'm not going to say who this brother's name is. This brother knows who he is. He went to the New Testament, pulled like two scriptures. Not scriptures, because the New Testament is not scripture. But he pulled two New Testament verses trying to convince me. I don't know what he's trying to convince me of, but I don't deal with the New Testament. It's nothing that you can prove to me of godly statue from the New Testament, especially sacrifice of any kind. God is not with blood sacrifice, period. Animal sacrifice is wicked, it's out, period. But they lay that foundation in the Old Testament for you so they can walk you up to human sacrifice. That's why when you get in the New Testament, you've accepted sacrifice of animals. Now we're going to move to humans. And check this out. Anybody who knows anything about human psychology, go and watch a documentary on serial killers. Most serial killers start off killing animals. And then they move up to humans. This is the same thing that the Bible's trying to do with you by the add-ons in the Torah telling you it's okay to kill animals, and then they work it up to humans. I'm going to show you human sacrifice allegedly to the God of Israel. Not Molech, not none of this other stuff. I'm getting ready to read to you where somebody allegedly in the Torah, supposed man of God, did a human sacrifice. And the Torah did not condemn this neither. I'm going to show you the add-ons. Watch this. Because y'all going to stop that. If y'all think that I care at all about people getting in their feelings, trust me, I don't. And it's not because I'm harsh, but I'm going to stand on the truth. And I know that raw, pure, uncut truth, it makes people angry as well as uncomfortable because it goes against your religion. Okay? Y'all gonna figure it out though. King David says facts. If he said he told none of our ancestors none from day one to sacrifice. So the question is, what ancestors said it, and if they did, could be a reason why the Most High did us super dirty doing it. Exactly. I know that this is a very hard pill to swallow, you guys. Look, I'm not going to pretend to you guys. When I first started getting a whiff of this, I was like, hey, yo, you gotta be kidding me. This was very surprising and shocking to me. But I'm not gonna fight against the truth. I'm not gonna do it. The truth is undefeated, y'all. And the truth does not care about any of our feelings. Any of us, y'all. Real Israel says, Micah 6:6-7, the Most High don't want no animal, no human sacrifice. It's wicked. Exactly. But our brothers and sisters, they're going to defend animal sacrifice to the death. I told y'all, I know some of y'all want to stone me right now. And look, it's okay. Look, I'm so okay with it. If you really want to stone me, you can go in the live comment section right now and say, nigga, I want to stone you. You're wicked. I'm not going to get mad because I understand you don't see this. I'm not blaming you. I blame your teachers. I blame the people who heavily edited the Torah and the Tanakh. I don't blame you for not seeing it because the deception is a very good one. I don't blame you, but I do love you, so I'm trying to wake you up. I know that you're asleep. I'm like, hey, yo, hey, bro, hey, sis, wake up. Look what they're doing to us. King David says, because that's what the Egyptians and other nations was doing, because he said, never told any ancestors. That means Moses and ETC can't get no clear as that. Exactly. So if it can't get no clear that, how come I got brothers coming at me saying that I'm wicked? Why am I teaching that animal sacrifice is wicked? Well, am I teaching that it's wicked? Or is Yahweh teaching that it's wicked? Am I saying that God never spoke to you about this? Or did God say he never spoke to you? See, y'all can't deal with that. You're afraid. And then look, I know you guys are going to be afraid of this right here. Who got the balls to take up for this foolishness? You right, I called it foolishness. What I'm about to read right now, it's in the Old Testament. Now, after I read this, I want you guys to decide, is this evil or is this of God? Let's read and then I'm going to let you guys get on with your day. We're going to go from the book of Judges, chapter 11, verse 30 through 40. Listen up for all of you people who say that I'm lying, all you people who say that I'm wicked, for all of you people who say that God does accept killing innocent animals, even though he says out of his own mouth, I never told you to do that. But y'all don't like that, and you're scared to admit the Torah has been edited. So let's read again in the Old Testament where people are pushing and condoning sacrifice. This time, they're taking it a step further. Not animal sacrifice. We getting ready to read about human sacrifice. Yahweh only, put the book down, son. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Put the book down, son. Why? Because I'm hurting your religion? You probably approve. I'm just guessing because what you said, I'm guessing that you approve of animal sacrifice, don't you? I'm going to wait before I start talking because you just told me to put the book down. So I'm asking you, since you telling me to put the book down, Yahweh only, you telling me to put the book down, do you approve of animal sacrifice? I'm not going to say another word. Nah. So why are you telling me to put the book down? I'm just curious. Because you cut. How am I cut? Tell me. You saying you don't believe in animal sacrifice. That's what I'm banging on right now. So why are you telling me to put the book down? Read the damn scriptures, fool. Okay, we're going to see who the fool is. You know what? You on here calling people names. I'm not even going to respond to you. I'm not going to read nothing that you're saying. Because clearly, I don't know what you on. I don't know what you on. You said you don't approve of animal sacrifice. So why would you tell me to put the book down? Y'all see what kind of guys we dealing with over here? Yahweh's portion says Yahweh Akkad at Yahweh only. Yahweh Akkad. Y'all see what kind of guys we dealing with? This guy says that he doesn't approve of animal sacrifice, but yet he's telling me to put the book down. You look crazy. Oh, I look crazy. Look crazy to who? You doing nothing over here but being a distraction. I look crazy. Put the book down. Put the book down for what? Because I'm hurting your religion? You ain't saying nothing. You guys in here on this live, I hope y'all seeing this. And y'all notice whenever we start deep sea diving, we always got people that want to come on here, even Torah only, Tanakh only, and start foolishness. Like this guy right here, I'm calling you out. You on here starting foolishness. We on here trying to get to the bottom of the truth. You come in here calling me a damn fool. I'm a damn fool for what? You come in here telling me to put the book down. Put the book down for what? Where did I say I don't approve? Well, why you coming in here talking smack? You coming in here trying to cause dissension right now. I ain't got time for you or anybody like you playing these games. No comments say I don't approve. Why'd you come in here telling me to put the book down then? I'm telling y'all, anybody on this live right now, I'm glad y'all see this. You need help, champ. Y'all notice he just talking frivolous BS what he's saying. He ain't brought no light to the conversation. He hasn't brought anything insightful. He's just basically in here trying to stop us. Last warning. Warning from who? Warning from you? Who you supposed to be? I want to know who you supposed to be. All you're doing is coming over here trying to sow discord and interrupt people who are actually in the midst of deep sea diving. Y'all see the spirits that we got in Israel? Y'all saw what he did. He came in here calling me a damn fool. Put the book down, son. But he's saying that he's not for animal sacrifice. So why are you coming in here talking stupid then? Y'all see that? This guy is a problem. I don't know who you are, but I can tell your spirit, you got a wicked demon on you. You got the devil on you. You got an evil spirit on you, just like most people in the nation of Israel. You got a wicked, foul spirit on you. Wicked as hell. Talk about, oh, I don't approve of animal sacrifice, so why are you coming in here talking stupid then? And he talking about last warning. Nigga, you ain't giving me no warning. You are nobody. You ain't nobody. You ain't nobody but an evil, foul, wicked spirit, and I'm calling you out. Talking about last warning. Last warning for what? Last warning from who? You? You think I care about you? You think I'm worried about you or anybody else out there? I deal with Yahweh. I don't care about you. You're nothing. Just over here talking foolishness, calling people names, telling people to put down the book. You're a distraction. You're wicked. You're evil. Yeah, I said it, and I don't give a damn how you feel about it. You ain't giving no warning. You ain't nobody. And you ain't nobody to listen to. You just come over here to do what devils always come to do on this channel. Sow discord amongst the brethren. That's all you good for. J. Out Meadow says, get behind us, Satan. Yahweh's portion says Ezekiel 44:15. King David says Isaiah 1:11. The multitude of your sacrifices, what are they to me, says the Lord? I have more than enough of burnt offerings of rams and the fat of fattened animals. I have no pleasure in the blood. Can somebody hear that out there? I hope that you guys are not being distracted by this wicked, foul spirit guy that's on this live right now, because you guys can see he got a foul spirit on him. Why would you just come in here and start calling niggas names and calling me a damn fool, telling me to put down the book if you don't disagree with what I'm saying? Y'all see what he's doing? Foul spirit. King David says of bulls and lambs and goats. Real Israel says animal sacrifice was instituted in the Hebrew scriptures to bring in the New Testament idol. Facts. Facts. But most of our people, they're so afraid of admitting that. They're terrified. You're going to hardly find any Hebrew Israelite that got the balls to admit the Torah has been heavily edited. Y'all scared of that. King David says he said he don't have no pleasure in blood sacrifices. Can't get around it. Might as well accept human life. Yes. Yahweh's portion says Ezekiel 43:19. And thou shalt give to the priests the Levites that be of the seed of Zadok, which approach unto me to minister unto me, saith Yahweh, a young bullock for a sin offering. Yes, that's what it says. Yahweh's portion, that is a add-on. God said he never commanded it. And it really doesn't matter how many scriptures we can find in the Old Testament, the Torah and the Tanakh, heavily infiltrated. That is a lie. God is not pleased with killing his animals. I don't care how many verses we can find in the Old Testament. It's a lie. It's an add-on. We've been saying this whole time, most of our people, they're scared to death to admit that the Torah has been heavily, and I mean heavily edited. I'm not afraid to admit that around here. That's why I don't care. I can read 100 verses in the Old Testament that says to sacrifice. But God out of his own mouth said, out of this same Old Testament, I never told you to do burnt offerings. I never told you to do sacrifices. It's an add-on. But our people are not willing to deal with the fact that the Torah has been viciously compromised. Our people can't take that. They cannot take that. King David says so many scriptures he said he hated, never asked for it, never wanted them Egyptian add-on, because JC is Osiris, and that's what they did, slaughter animals for him. Exactly. Deuteronomy even tells you, you ain't sacrificing to God, you sacrificing to devils. Yeah. And I'm getting ready to read to you guys right now. I told you guys when I went live yesterday, the majority of you guys, a lot of you guys gonna unsubscribe after yesterday. You can't deal with this. It scares the hell out of you to even think for a second that the Torah has been edited. Not maybe. I'm telling you 100% fact. The Torah has been viciously edited. Add-ons and takeouts. But most of you guys out there, you just don't want to admit that. You say, no, it's in the Torah, so it must be true. Because you can't fathom the fact that you went into captivity and your Torah did too. Your Torah went to the people who hate your guts. And guess what they did? They went through and said, oh, hell no. Take this out, take this out, take this out. Let's put the Israelites in sin. Let's add this in here. Killing of animals, killing of animals, killing of animals. No wonder we got kicked out of the land of Israel. I don't care how many verses y'all can bring up in Deuteronomy. I don't care how many verses you can bring up in Leviticus. I'm not afraid to tell you it's a lie. Why? Not because I said so. God said, I never spoke to your ancestors concerning burnt offerings. You guys know what never means? It means never. God says he never spoke to you concerning burnt offerings. He never spoke to you concerning sacrifices. Not once. So guess what that means? Anywhere you see somebody telling to sacrifice, whether that's in Deuteronomy, Leviticus, I don't care. It's a lie. But you know what? You guys, you're scared. Your pastors, your teachers, your mores, your elders would have your heads if you even remotely decided to question the Torah and the Tanakh. I'm telling you, I question everything. I'm not taking nobody's word for nothing, and I don't care if something is written down in a book. I don't care what book is written in. I'm going to take my own time and I'm going to go deep sea scuba diving in the scriptures. And when I find blatant contradictions, I'm not going to act like I don't see it, like most of y'all doing. Oh, no, it's in the Torah, so it's true. No, the Torah keeps telling you to kill animals. How many of you, I'm going to keep asking this question until I get an answer. How many of you all got the balls out there to admit the first response from God to sacrifice was judgment? Was Abel viciously killed by Cain or not? And was it right on the heels of his sacrifice or not? I'm not going to let y'all duck and dodge that one, even though nobody has answered the question. We don't play those games around here, y'all. We don't play those games around here. Look, and I don't get mad at y'all. I don't get mad at y'all because y'all don't see what I see. I get mad at the people who added to the Torah and took away. That's who my problem is with. I don't blame you guys for not seeing it. It's a very clever deception. And like I said, your teacher, your pastor, your elder, your more, he would crucify you if he knew that you were actually searching for the truth on your own without him or her. He would kill you. That's why most of you guys want to kill me. You think I don't know that? You guys, you think I can't feel some of you guys' spirits out there? You think I don't know some of y'all would actually like to stone me to death? Or whatever you call yourself doing to hurt somebody. You think I don't know that? One of the gifts that I got from Yahweh is the ability to read people's spirits sometimes. Whether I'm not trying to get nobody to believe me, I'm just telling you what it is. I know some of y'all, you would love to stone me. I don't care. I ain't got no more, no elder, no pastor telling me, don't read this, don't read that, don't question this, don't question that. I'm going to question whatever comes across me because this whole entire world is filled with lies. Why the hell would I just take something at face value, even the Bible, when God tells you that he is a God that hideth himself? And he doesn't only just hide himself, he hides information. But y'all scared of that. Just like you scared to admit, I'm going to keep on saying the same things. How many of y'all can admit that the Torah has been heavily edited? Hardly anybody answered. How many of y'all can admit that Abel was killed by God right on the heels of him sacrificing animals? How many of you guys can admit that? You won't because you're afraid of that. You want to stay inside the lines that people and groups, churches, and mores give you. I say to hell with all of them lines. I'm going where Yahweh leads. And I don't care who likes it. I don't care who goes with me. I'm going to get to the bottom of the truth. And I'm not afraid of what I find when I'm looking. Okay, King David says they can't catch on demons running wild for blood to commit sin when the Most High said we already knew right for wrong, so it ain't no accident sin. Like a child can't fool the Most High trying to find a loophole to sin. Facts. King David says, same thing King David tried to pull, that fast one on the Most High, got dude wife killed to sleep with his wife because he knew the law. He not supposed to sleep with someone's spouse and tried to pull the fast one. Ouch. Hey, King David, you right on point, bro. King David says, and why King David's life got cut short, but the Most High kept his promise. He not a man to change, but cut his life short as a punishment. Man. Only the Most High can reveal these things to you, King David. And you know what? Many of us, we have been scared by the Roman Catholic Church, the Christian Church, Hebrew Israelite Messianics, teachers, elders, mores, and pastors. We've been scared to go and actually search for ourselves. I know most of you got somebody, some leader over top of you telling you, don't read this, don't read that. Don't look up, don't look at the skies. Don't question this, don't question that. It said it in the book, so that's it. It's open and shut, closed situation. No, nothing is an open and shut situation. The only time something is open and shut is when you decide to put your faith in a man or a woman. I'm never doing that. I'm not going to do it. And you guys, I'm sure you guys know, this live yesterday, as well as this one I'm doing right now, it makes people uncomfortable, okay? They can't take it. But they don't have anything to stand on except for what they've been taught. But when you start going deeper and deeper, some people are going to get left behind. Everybody's not willing to dig deep. Most people are actually afraid to dig deep because their pastors, their mores and their elders, the Roman Catholic Church, Christian Church, IUIC, GMS, you name it, it's all kind of groups there to hold you back. But guess what? Y'all notice, anybody got something to say about what I'm saying? They may say a comment or two, but they don't really have a real leg to stand on, because if they did, you guys think that they wouldn't be in here right now tearing me a new one? They don't have a leg to stand on. King David says that sacrifice is to ease NJC, and they can't even see it. The more you look, the Most High hate it with a passion. For some reason, always a blood for sin, which gonna ease your mind. For JC, Lucifer ain't no dummy. Exactly. You guys, this is the tough pill. As you can see, if anybody was on the live yesterday, y'all know that live made most Israelites upset, whether they watched on the live or the playback. This live right here is the same thing. People are going to get upset, and they're going to say, no, Ak, you're making your own doctrine. You're preaching against the sacrifice. Am I teaching against it, or is God teaching against it? Are there blatant contradictions in the Torah or not? See, I'm not afraid to deal with that, but you are. That's why nobody's saying anything. Nobody's going to really come in here and make a strong rebuttal, not just a little comment, a fly by night. Nobody's going to come in this live chat, I guarantee you. Nobody will come in this live chat with a strong rebuttal to what I'm saying, because they can't. It's easy. Y'all know how the Hebrew Israelite community works. When something you saying can be debunked, it will be. You guys know that. But nobody can debunk what I'm saying. They cannot like it. They can't debunk it. But they're afraid to face reality, so they just zip it. They don't say nothing. While the Most High hate him, he know how this nigga move, and his follower, they can get you off track without you knowing it. Facts. Facts. Now, I got a little story I'm about to read to you guys to show you how much that the Torah and the Tanakh has been edited. This story I'm about to read from you, you can think that this is godly if you want, but I'm going to read it to you and let you see. We're going to read the book of Judges, chapter 11, verses 30 through 40. Now, maybe some of you might know about this, okay? It's the story of Jephthah. J.R. Meadows says, read, sir, will do. Maybe some of you have heard this story before about Jephthah, okay? Now, I want to see, because so many brothers and sisters, they like to defend animal sacrifice, and I'm not bashing y'all. I'm bashing the people who put that in the Torah because it's a lie and it's evil. Animal sacrifice is evil. Human sacrifice is evil. The first man who sacrificed the animal, God killed him. But you still won't deal with that because you're afraid. Well, let me see how many Israelites are going to deal with this right here. And tell me, I want you, after I read this story, I want somebody to be blind enough to come on here and tell me that God accepted what I'm about to read to you. The book of Judges, chapter 11, verse 30 through 40. And Jephthah vowed a vow unto the Lord and said, if thou shalt without fail deliver the children of Ammon into my hands, verse 31, then it shall be that whatsoever cometh forth of the doors of my house to meet me, when I return in peace from the children of Ammon, shall surely be the Lord's, and I will offer it up for a burnt offering. Do y'all hear this foolishness right here? Do y'all hear this foolishness? Verse 32. So Jephthah passed over unto the children of Ammon to fight against them, and the Lord delivered them into his hands. Verse 33. And he smote them from Arah even till thou come to Minnith, even 20 cities, and unto the plain of the vineyards, with a very great slaughter. Thus the children of Ammon were subdued before the children of Israel. Verse 34. And Jephthah came to Mizpah unto his house, and behold, his daughter came out to meet him with timbrels and with dances, and she was his only child. Beside her he had neither son nor daughter. Verse 35. And it came to pass when he saw her that he rent his clothes and said, Alas, my daughter, thou hast brought me very low, and thou art one of them that trouble me. For I have opened my mouth unto the Lord, and I cannot go back. Jephthah vowed before God, allegedly, that whatever came to his door would be the Lord's, and he would give it in a burnt offering. Y'all see this wickedness right here? God already said he never commanded the children of Israel as far as burnt offerings or sacrifice. This is already wicked right here. Listen to this. Verse 36. And she said unto him, My father, if thou hast opened thy mouth unto the Lord, do to me according to that which hath proceeded out of thy mouth. That's foolishness. For as much as the Lord hath taken vengeance for thee of thine enemies, even of the children of Ammon. Verse 37. And she said unto her father, Let this thing be done for me. Let me alone 2 months, that I may go up and down upon the mountains and bewail my virginity, I and my fellows. Verse 38. And he said, Go. And he sent her away for 2 months. And she went with her companions and bewailed her virginity upon the mountains. Verse 39. And it came to pass at the end of 2 months that she returned unto her father, who did with her according to his vow which he had vowed, and she knew no man, and it was a custom in Israel. Verse 40. That the daughters of Israel went yearly to lament the daughter of Jephthah the Gileadite for 4 days in a year. Do you hear that wickedness? Now, I just read to you a story about Jephthah went to war with the children of Ammon, and he told God, if you help me be victorious, when I return home, whatever shows up at my door, I'm going to give it to you in a burnt offering. And his daughter was the first person to come through the door. So he sacrificed his daughter to Yahweh, allegedly. Y'all believe this? You actually think that God is accepting Jephthah killing his daughter as a burnt offering? How many of you guys out there see that this is wicked? Who out there has eyes to see this is a lie? You think that God will accept Jephthah killing his daughter as a burnt offering? You see this? This is what animal sacrifice is all about. To lead you up to this right here. Jephthah's killing his daughter for God. Where y'all at? I want to know, where are the Hebrew Israelites who tell me God accepts sacrifice? I'm asking anybody on here right now. Don't run off this live now. If anybody's on here, did God accept this sacrifice, this human sacrifice? And that chapter ends right there. The Torah does not condemn Jephthah for sacrificing his daughter to God, allegedly. It ain't the God of Israel because he don't accept human sacrifice. I'm asking you, what you got to say, Hebrews? Hebrews, give me 1 minute. Don't run. I want to know, are y'all going to defend this human sacrifice? Is this of God too? Give me 1 minute, Hebrew. Okay, Hebrews. Y'all heard that story I just read. Does anybody on here got the balls to come on here and lie and tell me God is accepting Jephthah, killing his daughter as a burnt offering? Do y'all see that? I want to know, where are the Hebrews who told me that I'm wicked? Where are the Hebrews who tell me that God accepts sacrifices? It's written in the Torah. It's in the Old Testament. So this got to be righteous, right? The Torah did not condemn Jephthah for killing his daughter and sacrificing his daughter. Do y'all see this? Or are y'all just going to be quiet about this and act like I didn't just read this? Uh-huh. The same way y'all come on here and y'all want to defend animal sacrifice, where you at right now? I want somebody to come on here and defend Jephthah sacrificing his daughter to God in the Old Testament. How come the Old Testament didn't condemn Jephthah for doing that? Uh-huh. Nobody got nothing to say now, huh? Y'all had plenty to say condemning me, telling me I better be careful what I'm teaching people about animal sacrifice. Nobody got nothing to say about Jephthah killing his daughter as a burnt offering. I guess God accepted that, huh? Because the Torah didn't condemn him for doing it. The chapter closes out saying he killed her. Getting you ready for human sacrifice. The same thing animal sacrifice is doing. Animal sacrifice is out. It's evil. I don't care how many verses you can bring up. Because where y'all at right now? I don't see anybody in this live chat defending what we just read. Where y'all at? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Where are you guys who defend animal sacrifice? Where y'all at? King David says, now go look up feast, which is to eat. Sacrifice and offering is shed blood for something, and the Most High don't want no blood shed for him. People have to break words down, look up definitions, not hard. Yup. King David says, deep down, when push come to shove, it's going to be many. I said it, Torah only is coming soon. Going to fall for the trick that's coming, and it's going to be they fall using emotions, then logic. Yup. King David says, if they say yes, that means they love JC. Might as well can't have it both ways. Now, because the New Testament said God shed JC blood for him, so don't double talk now. That's crazy. Exactly. The real Israel, the God of Israel, don't accept human nor animal sacrifice. Psalms 106 and 38. And you know what? We're going to go get that, brother. Psalms 106, 38. But y'all notice this, right? Y'all notice since I read Judges chapter 11, where is anybody at taking up an animal sacrifice now? The same zeal that people take up for animal sacrifice, where's that same zeal? I just read to you in the Old Testament, the Torah and the Tanakh, where an alleged man of God sacrificed his daughter to Yahweh. Nobody got nothing to say about that? Y'all don't find that strange out there? I thought I was evil, though. I thought God accepts sacrifice. Is God accepting Jephthah's sacrifice? How come your pastors in church, your Hebrew Israelite teachers, leaders, mores, how come nobody's talking about Judges the 11th chapter? I don't see any Hebrew Israelites teaching on that. How come? How come nobody's talking about that? The Most High wants sacrifice, right? Is he accepting that sacrifice? A human sacrifice of a virgin? That sounds satanic, because it is. That's a demonic ritual that Jephthah was performing right here in the Torah. But you know what? You're scared to deal with that because you cannot admit. I'm going to ask it again. I've been asking this question the whole live stream, but most of y'all are scared to answer. How many of you know that the Torah has been heavily edited? I want to know, of the 7 people on here YouTube says is watching, how many of y'all think that God is accepting this human sacrifice that I just read to you in Judges chapter 11, where a man of God, allegedly Jephthah, prayed to God and says, give me victory over the children of Ammon, then I'm going to sacrifice whatever shows up at my door. Most High don't want no kind of blood sacrifice, but he took it a step further. His daughter showed up and he sacrificed his virgin daughter to Yahweh. Where y'all at, Israelites? I want somebody to come on here and explain to me Explain to me about that human sacrifice and why the Torah doesn't condemn Jephthah for doing that. Except they tell you, if you just read that and take that at face value, you understand from what they want you to believe that human sacrifice is okay sometimes. It didn't say that that was evil. Why didn't it tell you that that was evil? Because it's getting you ready to sacrifice humans. Starts you off with animals, then moves to humans. That's what serial killers do. But I know you guys don't know nothing about that because you're scared. You are terrified. Let me read that Psalms 106, verse 38. Egypt was glad when they departed, for the fear of them fell upon them. I'm sorry. No, verse 38. And shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and of their daughters, whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan, and the land was polluted with blood. Yeah. So guess what? When this so-called man of God in Judges 11 sacrificed his daughter, even though it's telling you that that was to Yahweh, you should have the wherewithal to know Yahweh don't accept human sacrifice. But you know what? You're going to act like I didn't just read that to you because you're scared. My videos are not like regular video. My videos are made with the aimed intent to get you to think for yourself, to research for yourself. Take your emotions out of it, because God don't care about your emotions. And I don't either. I care about your soul, though. I know animal sacrifice is wicked as hell. It's evil, satanic. It's been written into the Torah to make you go off. And it worked. Because now, even when the scriptures come out where the Most High says, I never told your ancestors to do burnt offerings or sacrifices, many of you will still run. You know what you're going to do? Because you believe that the Torah and the Tanakh has not been edited. So you run to the Torah and Tanakh, and you guys can bring out a million scriptures where it's telling you to kill animals. But when I bring out all the scriptures where God says, I never told you to do that, you guys ignore that. And then you say stuff like, well, sometimes he accepts it, sometimes he doesn't. You guys never heard Malachi 3 and 6, God don't change. Either he accepts animal sacrifice or he doesn't. But see, you want to take up for it. Yah only says peace, 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 brother. King David says, don't pump like Abraham, supposedly, but actually did it for the Most High. Said he don't like human sacrifice or animals. He actually done it. Man, I do need an answer to defend that when the Most High hate that. Facts. Facts, King David. Yah only says peace, peace. Peace to you, Yah only. But you guys see that? So the next time somebody try to get on you about blood sacrifices of any kind, take them right here to Judges chapter 11 and see what they say. You know what they're going to do? Quiet as a church mouse. Y'all notice, since I read that, we got 7 people on here right now watching. Nobody ain't saying nothing about what I read. They're scared to address it. Yah only says animal sacrifice were for unintentional sins. Ezekiel 18 tells us how to reconcile with the highest. And Yah only, I would encourage you to go back to this whole video, watch this whole stream, and go back and watch the video, the live stream I did yesterday about sacrifices. Brother, what we've been reading, we're finding out animal sacrifices are not of God. God never commanded that. Somebody added that to the Torah. And watch this. We're going to prove it. Watch this, brother, Yah only. And everybody and anybody else out there who's listening on this live, watch this. You are to never, and I mean ever, kill an innocent animal. Jeremiah 7 and 22. For I spake not unto your fathers, nor commanded them in the day that I brought them out of the land of Egypt. When we came out of the land of Egypt, that's when we got the commandments. God says, I never spoke to them when I brought them out in the land of Egypt concerning burnt offerings or sacrifices. God never commanded that, brother, y'all only. They lied to us, brother. They lied to us, bro. Y'all only says, wow. Okay, let me see. Y'all only says, Yahweh only says, we will be sacrificing back in the land, Ezekiel 44:15. No, it's an add-on. Yah only says, wow. Yahweh only says point blank, period. Thus saith Yahweh. Well, you can say that, Yahweh only, but you're too scared to deal with this. Jeremiah 7:22. For I spake not. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? I spake not unto your fathers, nor commanded them in the day that I brought them out of Egypt. Can you hear that? And you've been on this whole time. Y'all see this? He came on here first talking crazy and stupid. Then he got quiet. When I was reading Judges chapter 11 with Jephthah doing a human sacrifice, Yahweh only was quiet. Why he's saying something now? Y'all see that? He's scared. You on here running your mouth now. How come you didn't say nothing when I was reading Judges chapter 11 when Jephthah sacrificed his daughter? You ain't say nothing because you ain't got nothing to say. Did God accept that? Huh? Since you been on here this whole time, I told y'all he was quiet as the church mouse. Now he want to pop back out. The whole time I was reading Judges chapter 11, kept his mouth shut because he was confounded at that human sacrifice in the Old Testament. And the Torah did not condemn Jephthah for sacrificing his daughter. Yahweh only, what you got to say about Judges 11? Is that sacrifice of God too? You got so much to say, but you be quiet when it's really time to talk. You scared. You are scared. Real Israel at Yah only. Human and animal sacrifices is not of Yah. He's scared, y'all. Ask him to comment on what we read in Judges 11. Why didn't he say anything? He's scared. Yahweh only, not Mr. Fake Talk. Yeah, sure. But you ain't say nothing when I was reading Judges 11 because you're scared. And you like to cherry pick. You scared. Yah only at real Israel indeed. Deuteronomy 24:16. Exactly. Yahweh's portion, why you so mad, yo? I'm getting mad, bro, because guys like Yahweh only, he came on, soon as he came on the stream, he started calling me names. So that's why I got mad. And then when I read Judges chapter 11, he shut his mouth. Anybody on this live stream, won't y'all ask Yahweh only, how come he didn't say a word when we read Judges 11 chapter about human sacrifice in the Torah? Anybody got something to say? Yahweh only, you talk so much. Why you ain't got nothing to say about Judges 11? Huh? Was that of God? Is God accepting Jephthah sacrificing his daughter as a burnt offering? Cat got your tongue, Yahweh only? You scared. And that's why I'm so mad, because you a liar and you scared. And you don't know how to think for yourself, and you don't want other brothers to think for themselves. You scared. Yahweh didn't tell him to do that. He did that on his own. Plus, it don't say he accepted it. But here's my point. Why is it written in there? It's written in there to get you to accept sacrifices. If that's wicked, it should be letting you know that it's wicked. But it didn't let you know that it's wicked, did it? The chapter closes out just like it is. Why didn't it tell you that it's wicked? Why didn't it condemn human sacrifice? Because the Torah has been heavily edited. That's why. Why didn't Yahweh only open his big mouth? He had no problem coming in here calling me a damn fool, telling me to shut the book. But when I read Judges 11, he shut his mouth. Y'all see that? He's scared. And that's why I'm so mad. And I know God doesn't accept it. But Yahweh only didn't open his mouth because he's scared. And he's here to cause dissension. Because I ain't hear you, fool. Here you go again, calling me a fool. I'm sure. You heard everything else, though, right? You wicked, man. And you a liar, and you afraid to deal with reality. You can't answer none of the questions that I asked you. Do you got the balls enough to admit the Torah has been heavily edited? Do you got the balls to admit the first response by God to sacrifice was judgment? God killed Abel. And yeah, I'm pissed off because I'm tired of wicked niggas like Yahweh only. You got a foul spirit on you. All you want to do is come in here and call names. You don't got a leg to stand on. You're a coward. You're wicked. You're here to cause dissension. You ain't helping nobody. But that's not your job. You're here to spread your wicked foul spirit. Okay? And you got it. And nigga, you lying. You did hear it when we said that. You heard everything else, but when we got to Judges 11, you decided to shut your big black mouth. And I don't blame you, because you don't know nothing. You just here to cause dissension. You just like most of the Israelites. You got a foul spirit on you. And I'm calling you out, nigga. Hell yeah, I'm angry. You an evil, wicked nigga. Wicked ass nigga. Real Israel at Yahweh only, is you still smoking marijuana? Yahweh's portion says you should do the link. Prophetic, I think they say prophetic bridesmaid. There are still, it's just called Slaughterhouse. Yum. Laugh out loud, just kidding. Yahweh's portion says drop the link, yo. JR, what link you talking about, brother? JR Meadows says, you heard us, clown. I know he heard us. Prophetic bridesmaid says cow's blood contains borine, thumin that can help with wound treatment. It can also attach skin grafts, and it is a coagulant. And if it's not cow blood, it's cow's manure for crops to grow. Hey, bruh, that ain't got nothing to do with sacrificing animals, bruh. Prophetic bridesmaid says Genesis 9:1, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. This sacrifice was salvation for the body, but the New Testament is salvation for the soul. Hey, the New Testament is not true, bro. No, it's not salvation for the soul. No, we don't deal with the New Testament over here, brother. Real Israel at Yahweh only, please put down the blunts. Prophetic bridesmaid says amen. Yahweh's portion says read Exodus 44:15. Yahweh only says just drop the link. Real Israel, I don't smoke blunts, laugh out loud. King David says, and wisdom will let you know both is off. Animals and human sacrifice is off. All the bloodshed, what the Most High anger plus the idol worship, but yet we gonna go back to doing it. Ain't nothing adding up. Exactly, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's a lot of wicked foul spirits in Israel. Yahweh only is one of them. That nigga ain't done nothing but call me names since he came over here. Clearly, he has an agenda. And clearly, he shut the hell up when we read Judges 11. And then he tried to lie and says, I didn't hear it. He only heard what he wanted to hear. Just like most Israelites. Brother Ben Yisrael, shalom, Mr. Real Talk, just getting in here, brother. Good to see you, brother. You guys, I told you guys I wasn't going to keep you guys that long. After I read Judges chapter 11, I was going to let you guys go. And I'm getting ready to let you go. But I want you guys to see, anybody who watches these live streams, you guys, for the most part, you pretty much know. Yahweh only. Read Ezekiel 44:15, chump. You see why I don't take you seriously? You see, anybody watching this, y'all see why I get so mad? All this nigga do is name calls. Now, I could come on here and call him names, but I'm not doing that because that's not what it's about. This guy got another agenda, and he's definitely a wicked-ass nigga, okay? And he's blind as a bat. But he's here right now. Ezekiel 45:15, just read it. You know what? I'm going to do this for you, bruh. And I'm sure this got something to do with some kind of animal sacrifice. But before I read that, I'm going to read this again because y'all want to ignore this. Jeremiah 7:22. For I spake not unto your fathers, nor commanded them in the day that I brought them out of the land of Egypt concerning burnt offerings or sacrifices. Can y'all understand that? Clearly you guys can't. Clearly y'all don't understand that. You don't care. You just want to accept animal sacrifice and defend it. So let me go ahead and read this. Ezekiel 44. Let me get Ezekiel 44. Ezekiel 44:15. But the priests of the Levites, the sons of Zadok, that kept the charge of my sanctuary, when the children of Israel went astray from me, they shall come near to me to minister unto me, and they shall stand before me to offer unto me the fat and the blood, saith the Lord God. Okay, now I read that. Now, back to this. Jeremiah 7:22. For I spake not unto your fathers, nor commanded them in the day that I brought them out of Egypt concerning burnt offerings or sacrifices. Those are going two different ways. If y'all can't see that, it's because you're still stuck in a Hebrew Israelite religion. These verses do not agree with each other, family. So now you got a decision to make. Which one of them is telling the truth? But you guys are scared to make that call. You're afraid. Because you can't admit the Torah's been heavily edited. I don't have no problem admitting the Torah is filled with heavy edits, outright lies. I'm telling you, lies, lies, and more lies. Just like the 11th chapter of Judges. That was wicked as hell what Jephthah did to his daughter. But it would make you think, if you just read it and accept what's written, it'll make you think that God accepts that sacrifice. If I read Ezekiel 44:15, yeah, it'll make me think that I should be sacrificing. But Jeremiah 7:22, God says he never commanded that. So what's it going to be? And don't tell me sometimes he accepts it, sometimes he doesn't. No, he doesn't. You're unstable in your mind and your thoughts if you think that. The Most High is flip-flopping. Either he wants you to kill animals or he doesn't. Period. Period. Yahweh only is a wicked-ass nigga. Wicked as hell. King David, can you read Psalms 51:16-17? This ended the debate for all of them. Let me read it. I told you guys yesterday when I did this video, most of y'all were going to unsubscribe. A lot of you guys, if you could, you would kill me. If you could, you stone me. I know you would. I can feel some of y'all's spirit. I can feel your wicked spirit. Like Yahweh only. That brother has a demon on him. All he wants to do is come on here and call names and lie. Okay? He got a foul spirit on him. But it ain't like we haven't seen that before. It's the nation of Israel. The majority of Israelites got foul spirits on them. And he's one of them. Wicked as hell. Psalms 51. And hell yeah, I'm upset. I don't come on nobody's channel calling people names. All this nigga did is come on here and call names, letting you know he ain't got no real point. And this video is very upsetting to him because it destroys his religion. I don't give a damn about no religion. It's a shame that I gotta even keep on bringing out all these scripts. Y'all guys are determined to have animal sacrifices because you don't want to follow Yahweh. And you won't admit that there's a blatant contradiction. Blatant contradiction. Jeremiah 7:22 disagrees with the majority of the Torah. But y'all won't admit that because you're scared. You're scared to admit that. I'm not scared to admit that. You are. And when I say you, I'm talking to anybody who can't admit that the Torah got lies in it. You're scared. I'm not scared. Psalms 51:16-17. For thou desirest not sacrifice. I'm not reading no more scriptures that y'all post asking me to read about sacrifice. I've read a few of them. I ain't reading no more. Psalms 51:16-17. For thou desirest not sacrifice, else would I give it. Thou delightest not in burnt offerings. Hebrew, can any Hebrew out there hear that? I know it goes against your religion. I know it goes against what your elders taught you. Your elder is a liar. Your elder also told you, don't read this, don't read that. Don't look at the sky. Don't look up. Don't question this, don't question this. Your teachers are nothing but liars. And that's why y'all got the mind frame that you got. I'm not letting no man tell me where to look. I'm going to look for myself. And when I find outright contradictions like this is, Jeremiah 7:22 disagrees with the majority of Torah, where it's telling you to sacrifice. How many of you got the balls to admit that? Y'all ain't got no balls out there. You're scared to death. That's why you want to come on here and call me names. Like Yahweh only. All that nigga did since he come on here was call me names and tell lies. Because he got a foul spirit on him. That's why I'm mad. He ain't the only one with a foul spirit. I know some of you niggas out there wish that you could lay hands on me. But you ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna do a damn thing. I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of no man. You know who I'm afraid of? Yahweh. That's why I make these videos. I don't give a damn about what no man think about me. Ain't no man gonna do nothing to me. Nothing. And if you got balls, you think I'm supposed to be afraid of you, come slide on through. This ain't Christianity around here. You guys can talk that crazy stuff easy because you're online. I know you won't talk that to my face because you're gonna have a problem. Yeah, this ain't Christianity around here. This is not Christianity. I follow Yahweh, and I will get busy when it's time to get busy. I'ma leave that right there. A lot of you niggas out there, y'all tough guys online, calling all these names and all this stuff. Supposed to be a man of God. Nigga just a liar with a foul spirit, and you butthurt because your beliefs are being challenged. Your beliefs got no merit. Psalms 51 verse 16. For thou desirest not sacrifice, else would I give it. King David says, God, you don't want no sacrifices of any kind. If you did, I would give it. Y'all want to buck against this? You already bucked against Jeremiah 7:22. Y'all want to buck against this too? Verse 17. The sacrifices of God are a broken spirit, a broken and a contrite heart. Oh God, thou wilt not despise. So to hell with your blood sacrifices. They don't mean jack. How many scriptures do I gotta read before you see the blatant contradiction? Yeah, half the scriptures telling you to sacrifice, the other half telling you God don't want it. What you gonna do? Are you gonna be a Christian? You gonna be a liar and say, it's all saying the same thing. Sometimes he accepts it, sometimes he doesn't. No! Stop being a coward. You see the blatant contradiction, but you're scared. You're scared to deal with it. This ain't for everybody. If you guess what? If you can't admit that the Torah's been heavily edited, this channel ain't for you. This channel ain't for you. If you believe in killing animals, if you believe in blood sacrifices of any kind, how many scriptures do I got to read where God says he don't want that? He don't like any kind of blood sacrifice. Y'all don't want to hear it though because you stuck in religion. And like I said, your teacher, your moray, your elder will have your head if you even try to go down this road right here. Because you a man pleaser. You don't want to upset your teacher. I don't give a damn about upsetting a man. Think I give a damn about that? I fear Yahweh. I'm terrified of the king of terrors, Yahweh. And I'm going to dig for myself. And I found out that animal sacrifice is a sin. It's wicked. But many of you, you're afraid to think. You're never going to become who Yahweh created you to become. You're trying to become another man or another woman instead of becoming who Yahweh created you to be. You a coward. And I don't blame you. It's your teacher's fault for making you a coward. 90% of you out there, it's ridiculous. Let me see. I'm going to read some of these comments and I'm going to let y'all go. Yahweh only didn't run. David timed him out. He's still a wicked nigga. He ain't got to run. Prophetic Bridesmaid says, you say you don't believe in the New Testament. Jesus is in the New Testament. What is the book you're reading again? It's called the Old Testament and the Torah and the Tanakh. I don't believe in JC. I don't believe in Yahweh Shai. I don't deal with the New Testament. It's wicked. King David says, cause it popped up. He calling him cuss words just now, not even speaking. I'm just scamming. That's out of order. Yeah, exactly. Nigga wicked as hell. Cause he ain't got no point. See, when niggas get emotional and he start acting like he's raised by a single mother, that's what he doing. I'm calling him out. He start calling niggas names. When you ain't got no point, then you gotta resort to name calling. And I'm glad that he did do that so everybody can see what a foul spirit he got on. You should do a live where you can put a link in the chat so people can actually speak instead of you just being able to defend it without people asking in the comments. And you know what? People can come on here and make comments in a statement, but when I'm talking about a statement like this, I know 90% of Israelites defend animal sacrifice. So I'm not going to leave a link where everybody can come in there and just talk all crazy. That's why I go live. I know the majority of Israelites, they hate anything that goes against what their teachers have taught them. So no, I'm not opening up the link for everybody to come on there and start calling me names. I'm not doing that, brother. Nope. People want to comment, it's a space right here on the live to comment. People who want to defend animal sacrifice, they can defend it right here in the live, brother. Prophetic Bridesmaid says, I'm not sure if it's the Bible because everybody has the New Testament in the Bible where he sacrificed his daughter. God was very disgusted in the Bible. Well, why didn't it say that in Judges chapter 11 then? Prophetic Bridesmaid said, and Laura says plainly not to make any promises and let your yes be yes. Who the hell is Laura? I don't know who Laura is, bruh. You say Jesus? I don't deal with Jesus. I don't care what Jesus says. It means nothing to me. Let me see. Prophetic Bridesmaid says the Torah is based on works. I know Christianity is based on faith. If you're talking about word for word, Christianity is evil, brother. Christianity is based on blood sacrifice, human sacrifice to be exact. Christianity is based on the same thing that Judges chapter 11 is based on. Human sacrifice. Blood sacrifices of any kind is out. It's evil. I'm not debating that with nobody no more. If y'all can't see it, you can't see it. I'm not going to argue and debate. I just know that y'all ain't ready for this yet. I told y'all most of y'all wasn't ready for this. And I know most of y'all want to stone me. But I don't care. You're not going to do nothing. King David. This is why he picked King David. He said he's a man after the Most High heart. He know what's up with this. Why he said people, the would call the Messiah and the Most High Yah, King of Kings. Facts. J.R. Meadows says he probably a cave. That's Esau for real. Yeah, Howard's portion says, damn, you don't want to congregate with the people? Brother, I'm congregating with people right now. I'm not going to debate whether animal sacrifice is right. I don't debate the scriptures. It says what it says. If y'all can't accept that, that's cool. Just like many people can't accept that the Torah has been heavily edited. I still ain't got nobody to comment on that yet. Everybody who wants to defend animal sacrifice is the same people who won't admit that the Torah got lies in it. I congregate every time I come on this live. I'm not going to have somebody who I know wants to defend animal sacrifice. That's a debate. I don't debate. We can conversate. I'm not going to debate. There's a spot right here in the live chat for people to debate. You can call me names here. You can state your opinions here. I'm not going to go live with people who want to defend killing God's animals, even though God says he don't want it. There's no debate. I don't debate anybody. I merely bring forth what I see. If you guys don't see it, hey, you don't see it. I'm not going to beat you up over the head, but I'm not going to go live with somebody just so they can call me names. I'm not doing it. And this brother clearly has shown he has zero self-control, zero wisdom and knowledge. He's a wicked nigga. Why would I go live with somebody like that? You don't know how to get your point across without calling names? Would you want to go live with somebody like that, brother, who all they want to do is call you names? I'm not doing that. And plus, he's wicked. I don't care whether he can see it or not. Anybody on this live can see that nigga got a foul spirit on him. I don't deal with stuff like that. Your house portion says, it ain't no debate. I'm just wondering why you won't do a live when people can talk live with you. People talking live with me right here. What are you talking about, bruh? People been talking with me live. Every time I go live, people talk with me right here. I don't know what you're talking about, bruh. Every time I go live, do y'all not communicate with me right here? Don't we communicate right here? I'm not gonna let somebody with a foul spirit come on my channel. I'm not doing that. Now, if you want to do that, you can go ahead. I'm not doing it because there's no need to. Until Israel got a lot of wicked, foul spirits in here, y'all. It's a shame. King David says, the Bible said not to Yahweh's portion with people like when he said he don't talk to angry, foolish, name-calling people in the scripture. The Most High already know their mindset gonna come on talking crap, no point. Exactly. It's a waste of time. Yahweh only has zero self-control. He got a foul spirit on him. He seems like he been raised in a single mother's home. This dude is all over the place. Zero respect. Did nothing but name call when he came in. You think I'm gonna go live with this guy? Ain't no way, bruh. Ain't no way. Not to mention, he don't know what the hell he talking about. But everybody has a right to communicate right here. That's what the live chat is for. He ain't coming on my video, though. Hell no. Absolutely not. You think I'm gonna let a foul spirit Negro like that come on my video channel so he can call me names and defend bloody murder? Well, how about this? I gotta ask you this, brother. Do you recognize that the very first response to animal sacrifice was judgment from God on Abel? Do you recognize that? Is there anybody on this live chat right now who recognizes the first response to animal sacrifice was judgment from God by killing Abel? Is there anybody who will admit that here? Do you guys have the testicular fortitude to be honest right now? I'm asking you. Can anybody be honest right now? King David says, Proverbs 26:4, do not answer a fool according to his folly, lest you also be like him. So the Most High Yah said, do not let him on the live or anyone like him. Point blank. Brother, I'm not letting that foul spirit on this live. Ain't no way. Yahweh's portion says, how about me? I'll go up with you. Hey, brother, you know I got much love for you. You're my brother and I love you. But I can't debate you, brother. I'm not going to debate anybody because Jeremiah 7:22 is clear. That's in opposition to the majority of the Torah. It says what it says. There's no need for us to debate. I'm not going to debate anything with anybody, brother. Even you. And you know I love you. I love all of y'all on here. Even that brother Yahweh's only with that foul spirit he got. If I didn't love him, guess what? I would do the same thing that he did to me, except I would take it up a level higher. And I would be on get back. But I'm not being on that. Even though he came on here disrespecting me, disrespecting y'all, interrupting the chat, calling names, I'm not going to do that back. Why? Because I'm not going to get in a tit for tat. Even though that brother got a foul, wicked, evil spirit on him, he's still my brother, and I love him, and I hope that he wakes up. Yahweh's portion, you my brother. I know that you serve Yahweh and Yahweh only. But I can't debate you, brother. I'm not going to debate any brother or sister on the scriptures. I'm not going to do it. I'm merely pointing out Jeremiah 7:22 is a blatant, it's going directly away from the majority of the Torah and the Tanakh. It's a blatant contrast. Now we have to tell ourselves or ask ourselves, why is that such a blatant contrast along with other scriptures that says God don't want no kind of blood sacrifice? One of those is telling the truth and one of those is lying. We have to be able to decipher which one is telling the truth, which one is lying. Yahweh's portion says, I'm not trying to debate. I just want to go scripture on scripture with you so we can get an understanding. Hey, bro, I feel you. Hey, you know what? Maybe at another time I will set up a live with me and you can do that. But I'm getting ready to get up off of here right now. But one day I will set up a live where maybe me and you could come on here and we can bounce some scriptures off each other. See, and the only reason why I'm doing that with you, I know you. I know you my brother. I know we got some beliefs that differ from each other. But never once have you came on here just calling me names. Just like I would never come on here and start calling you names. And if I was to do that, I would have to repent. If I come on here and just start calling you a dumbass nigga, you a damn fool and all this, guess what? I got a foul spirit on me. And I would have to repent of that. But I'm not going to do that to you. I know you've never done that to me. So you know what? At some point, brother, I will set up a live on here. And when I do it, I'm going to let you know in advance. And we can come on here and me and you can chop it up. You know what? I think that probably would be a good thing. But that's only because, like I said, I know you. And I know that your mind and your heart, regardless of me and you may have some beliefs that go a little different from each other. But I know that you are Yahweh only guy. So am I. And I know you're not just going to come on here and start calling me names. And you know I'm not just going to come on there and start calling you names. So yeah, brother, we can do that one time. Yahweh's Portion said, but you did call me wicked on your video. Brother, wicked is not calling somebody name calling. It's not calling you a fool. It's not calling you an imbecile. Calling somebody wicked, I said what you were doing was wicked. Anybody who's telling somebody, don't read this, don't read that. Anybody telling somebody Genesis 1:14 is not about a sign, which it clearly is. If you're telling me to ignore the sign, that would be a wicked statement. You might not be wicked. I don't believe that you as a person are wicked. But if you anybody who's saying that we're not to look at the signs, bump the signs, that's wicked. I may have said something that you said is wicked. I don't think that you are a wicked individual. But Yahweh's only, he got a foul spirit on him, bruh. It ain't no way around it, bruh. King David, Psalm 144 says, everything given to us is deeper what people think, and it will hurt people's feelings, and I always end at the end is Yah only and his laws if we don't agree on anything. Facts. Because I realize we're not all going to agree on everything. Yahweh's Portion says, but at Yahweh only is my big brother. And I feel you, bro. So look, but you still got to admit what he did wasn't right. What he did, that wasn't right. It wasn't right. Big brother or not. Guess what? If I got a big brother or a big sister, if they come on here and start calling y'all names, I'm going to handle them. I'm not going to say, hey, that's my big brother. I'm going to check the shit out of him. That's just me. I don't let my brothers or my sisters get away with foolery. That brother out of line, your big brother and all, he's out of line. And he's very disrespectful, bruh. He's extremely disrespectful. Yah only says, Jephthah didn't kill his daughter. That's a lie. That is a lie. Bro, Judges 11:39, and he knew no man their lineage stopped with his daughter due to his vow. Hey, man, cut the nonsense, man. It said he did as he said he was going to do. You ain't going to defend this. Y'all see this? What he's trying to do, basically, he's taking up for Judges 11, y'all. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. See, this is why I won't go live and have people coming on here. You see what he said? He just said that Jephthah didn't kill his daughter. Let me show y'all this, because he just lied. He just lied. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. Verse 39. Now, this guy just said Jephthah didn't kill his daughter. Look at verse 39. And it came to pass at the end of 2 months that she returned unto her father, who did with her according to his vow which he had vowed. I can't make this up. He did kill his daughter. Stop lying, man. See, this is why I can't have people come on live and go live with me. I'm not going to do it. He's lying. He is lying. Now, the question is, why would he lie? Is he trying to take up for blood sacrifice? I'm sure he is. It's crazy, y'all. Yahweh's Portion said, when did I say anything you said? I said, hey, bro, that's videos, multiple videos ago. I don't even remember everything that I said or that you said, bro. I don't remember. I do remember you You were heavy on the eclipse not being a sign. I do remember that. And you stood on that firm. Genesis 1 and 14 had nothing to do with the eclipse. I remember that much. You stood on that firm. And that was a lie. It was a lie. It don't mean you wicked, but you're saying something that ain't true. It goes against what Yahweh said in Genesis 1 and 14. But I don't remember everything I said. Just like I don't remember everything you said, bruh. Let me see. Yahweh said, I never said nothing about the eclipse, so I don't know why you even put me in there. Bruh, when I was making all those videos about Genesis 1 and 14 about signs, bruh, you was one of the ones, you was like, you wasn't with that. But look, that's neither here nor there. Why are we even talking about that right now? Why are we even talking about that? That has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now. What we're talking about right now, bruh, is animal sacrifice. It's wicked. It's not of God. I'm not going to debate that with nobody, bruh. It's evil. If y'all can't see it, y'all can't see it. I'm not mad at you. Yahweh has to reveal that to you guys. King David says, he said he sacrificed clear as day, which means killed and did it as an offering. Yeah, y'all only is lying. Y'all only, why you lying, man? He did kill his daughter, but why you lying? I don't know what your agenda is for your lies, but you are a liar. We just read it again. It said he did as he vowed. He vowed that he would kill her. Stop lying, man. Okay, I'm tired of y'all Israelites lying, man. Yahweh's supposed to says, Ak, you lying. I never said nothing. I don't know what you talking about. Okay, bruh. You say I'm lying, okay, I'm lying. If you say I'm lying, I apologize for lying, Ak, since you say I'm lying, okay? You said you never came against the Genesis 1 and 14, even though I saw you do it plenty of times. You did do that, bruh. But why are we even talking about that right now? Can anybody on this live answer me, why are we talking about that right now instead of what we're supposed to be talking about? You know why we talking about this, bruh? Because your brother got a foul spirit on him. Your big brother or not, he's dead wrong. Are you going to check your brother? Because you coming on here telling me that's your big brother. Are you going to check your big brother and tell him that you shouldn't come on people's channel straight name calling? I didn't see you check him not one time, bruh. But that's your big brother, though. Are you going to check him? Are you going to hold your big brother accountable for what he did on my channel? Let's talk about that. Are you going to hold him accountable for his foul spirit? Are you going to admit that your big brother got a foul spirit on him? Are you going to admit that he was wrong for what he did on my channel? Can you admit that? Is your brother going to apologize for what he did on my channel? I don't think so. Yahweh supposed to say that video was about you saying Yahweh said it's a commandment to look in the sky. I never said it's a commandment. I said he gave it for signs. Once again, see, you're doing it right now. You don't want to deal with Genesis 1 and 14, which is okay. We ain't talking about that right now. I'm talking about your big brother. Are you going to check your big brother for being disrespectful? See, here we go again right here. Are you going to apologize for lying on me? When did I lie on you, bruh? When did I lie on you? See, this is why I'm not going to have you on my channel. I'm not going to debate with you. I'm not going to do a live link. Brother, you want to have an argument, brother. That's what you want to do. I see it. I see what you want to do. You want to have an argument. Now, look, I can easily go because I got those lives where you tried to say Genesis 1 and 14 has nothing to do with the solar eclipse. You stood on that. You were one of the people who stood on that. Am I holding that against you? No, I've been moved on from that. And I just told you, you said that I lied on you, even though I don't know what you're talking about, but you said I lied on you. So, brother, I apologize if I did anything to offend you. Are you going to tell your brother to apologize for disrespecting me? Or are you just going to say, that's my big brother, let it slide? Are you going to deal with the fact that the Torah's been heavily edited? Or are you going to let that slide? Because it seems to me, brother, it seems like you really, like you want to argue. That's what it seems like you want to do. Does it seem like you want to uh, I don't know. It doesn't seem like you want to build right now. Seems like you want to debate and argue. And now you're backpedaling because I know for a fact you stood on Genesis 1 and 14 not being a sign. You were one of the most adamant brothers that stood on Genesis 1 and 14 has nothing to do with the eclipse. You was one of the people who stood on that. And now you're trying to act like you didn't really buck up against that when I know that you did. I know that you did. But I'm not going to keep on standing on that. I don't keep on bringing up old stuff, brother. Why you keep bringing up old stuff? Is it because your brother came on my channel disrespecting me and you don't like the fact that I'm calling him out? You're not calling him out. I asked you, are you going to tell him that he was wrong? You asked me, am I going to apologize to you? I just apologized to you twice on this live. Are you going to check your brother? Are you going to check your brother? If you're not going to check your brother, then I don't know why you got something else to say about me, about anything, unless you're going to check your brother. I just apologized to you twice. I know your brother was wrong for what he did. Are you going to check him? King David said, now this topic is a whole new level of energy and a good topic. The eclipse been passed. This is something interesting to learn because now we deep in that blood sacrifice is foul. Exactly. And people can't take it. It stirs up their spirit. Ben Yisrael said, Mr. Real Talk, ever since the eclipse, everybody changing. I will waste my time. It's not getting nowhere. Exactly, brother. I know that that's what's going on. This is part of those signs. That brother, your house portion, I can't let you out of this, bruh. You stood on it. I made numerous videos about Genesis 1 and 14, and you stood on the fact that it has nothing to do with the eclipse. You stood on that, brother. We know you stood on it. You know you stood on it, bruh. King David says, yep, I said that. After the energy shift, you will see who will be the same, and those who gonna go deep and true colors gonna come out the closer we get out here. Yep. Y'all's portion says, so y'all people in the chat gonna sit here and act like y'all heard me say that stuff on any of my videos that the eclipse meant nothing. This is wild. Wow. Do y'all hear? Brother, you really should hear yourself right now, bruh. This is crazy because I know for a fact you were one of the most adamant people about the eclipse. Nothing to see here. That was you. And now you're backpedaling. Oh, man, I can't make this up. And I'm not mad at you at all. But I see you doing it. You're backpedaling. Bruh, I can't have you come on here, bruh. We can communicate right here in this live. I'm not doing no live and letting you come on here, bruh. Because I see what you're doing. You're going to backpedal. If I do that, you're going to backpedal just like you backpedaling now. Anybody who been on these lives, and I made multiple lives about Genesis 1 and 14, you was one of the main ones who was adamant. That eclipse don't mean nothing. God never told us to read no sign. You were adamant about that. Now you're trying to backpedal. I can't let you do that. And I definitely can't bring you on here. We can communicate in this live, but I'm not going to go live and debate with you because you're going to do the same thing you're doing now. You're going to backpedal, and you still have not addressed what I said to you. Are you going to check your brother? Because you're defending him. Hey, that's my big brother. Are you going to check him for what he did on my channel today? I don't think so. That's why you're not saying nothing right now. Yep, you're not going to say nothing to him. King David says, nah, I'm with you on that. You didn't say it mean nothing because you commanded on my post on it said 100, but it did come out. Most made it seem like it was pointless. Can't lie on that. There ain't no way around it. I ain't saying what he said on his videos. I'm saying when I was going live, you was one of the main ones that was bucking against Genesis 1 and 14. You got very upset. I'm not going to act like I don't remember that because I made a mental mark of everybody who was bucking up against Genesis 1 and 14. Bruh, your house portion, you was one of them. I'm not going to let you out of it, bruh. I'm not going to act like I don't remember. You were vehemently against Every single video I put up about Genesis 1 and 14, you was griping against that, bruh. But I ain't got to say that. Anybody who was on those lives, they saw what you was doing. And then one time you even made a whole video. I wasn't bringing this stuff up, but you the one bringing up all this old stuff. You made a whole video about me. You made a whole video about me, bruh. And you tried to act like, oh, it wasn't really about me, but then you just couldn't help it. Then you just went all in. You made a whole video about me, bruh. So we not gonna play them games, bruh. And you were very against Genesis 1 and 14. I don't care what kind of post you went out and made. Those lives I made are still up. They still up. Bruh, the sounds of the eclipse make the new year. I'm done, bruh. Okay, you can say what you want, bruh. That's why I'm not gonna have you on here. That's why. Your house portion says, but that wasn't me at King David that said the eclipse didn't mean nothing. Bruh, you kept on bucking against that. Every time we said that the eclipse was a sign, bruh, I know you don't want to admit that now, but I know I made a mental mark of everybody who was bucking up against that. And you was one of them. I don't know why you want to backpedal now. Why don't you stand on it? You stood on it. All those videos I made about Genesis 1 and 14, you stood on it. So why are you backpedaling now? And you can say you're not, but you are. You are. I'm not mad at you, bro. We having a conversation. You notice I'm not calling you names. You notice you're not calling me names, but your brother did call me names. And you still haven't said that you're going to check him because you're not going to check him. You're not going to check him. King David says, I do definitely remember y'all said something. He said, clear as day, bumped that and said, I do remember that. He was super bold. Wish I could remember what he was super upfront with it. Yeah. Y'all supposed to says, and that video wasn't about you. Somebody that be in your chat said something about Genesis 1:14, so I commented on it. Okay, bruh. I'm not gonna argue. Whatever you say, okay, bruh. Because I'm not trying to debate with you. I'm not going to debate with you. But I made a mental mark because I knew at some point that people would try to backpedal. And I'm not going to allow anybody to backpedal unless you admit what you did. You were vehemently against Genesis 1 and 14. You was against it. You kept on saying, this don't mean that. This don't mean that. This don't. You was one of them ones. I didn't make a mental mark of that for no reason, bruh. You were one of them ones, and now I guess you don't want to stand on it now, but you stood on it for a long time. Now you don't want to stand on it. King David says, Yashabam like that. He definitely said bump that. Yeah, he did, and he wasn't the only one. That's a spirit that's on most of our people. They don't know how to read the signs, and they don't want to know how to read the signs. So they say, nothing to see here. Bruh, you was definitely one of them ones, bruh. I can't say exactly the words that you said because I don't remember because it's not that important. The only thing is, I know you were vehemently against Genesis 1 and 14. The majority of Israel was. You're not by yourself. That's why I caught so much flack when I made those videos. And yes, you were one of the ones who was against it. Whether you came in the live and said something, whether you made your own video, you were against it. I remember. I don't forget that. I don't remember the exact words you said, but you bucked up against it heavily. And now you're acting like you didn't buck up against it. And notice, you still won't address the fact that your brother came on my channel being disrespectful. How come you won't address that? Because you're not going to say nothing to your brother about what he did today. I don't care if it's my brother or sister or not. They come on somebody disrespecting them, I'm going to check them. Because that's how I get down. Somebody wrong, you wrong, period. J.R. Meadows says, be a phony. Your house person says, why y'all lying on Yashabam? Ain't nobody lying on Yashabam. Yashabam came on here and said, bump the signs. You don't remember that? Maybe you wasn't here on that live. Yashabam said, bump the signs. Ain't nobody lying on him. He said it. Bump the signs. Because that's the spirit of Israel. He said, bump the signs. Ain't nobody lying on him. He said it. Go ask him if he said it. He said it. Everybody remembers him saying that. He said it. And he wasn't the only one. Even though other people didn't say it, their spirits showed how they felt about it. Israel was pissed when I kept doing those Genesis 1 and 14 jump. You was angry too. You think I couldn't read your spirit, bruh? I told y'all. That's one of the gifts that Yahweh's blessed me with. I can read people's spirits sometimes. I can feel your spirit. I know you were very angry about that. So I don't know why you won't stand on it. You stood on it when I was making them videos, but now you don't want to stand on it. King David says, I will go back to it and screenshot that. Matter of fact, I'm going after the live to do so and put it on my community. I'm not lying. I know you're not lying, bruh. And everybody who watched these lives know nobody is lying right now. Yashabam came on this channel and said, bump the signs. He said that. He wasn't by himself. Even though other people might not have said bump the signs, they got that spirit on them. You think we can't feel that? Bruh, you think that everybody who watched these lives couldn't feel your spirit whenever I made videos about Genesis 1 and 14? You were disgusted by those videos. Bruh, why won't you admit that? And if your views have changed, that's cool. But when I was making all those Genesis 1 and 14 videos, you were very angry. You might think that you're concealing that, but I know you were angry. I can feel your spirit, bruh. I'm not trying to get you to believe me. I'm just letting you know I can feel your spirit. I know you were very angry. Just like you probably a little angry right now that I'm bashing animal sacrifice. And I'm bashing it. It's evil and it's wicked. Just like human sacrifice. Any blood sacrifice is evil and wicked. But you know what? I still haven't heard you address what your brother did to me today on this channel with all the disrespect and name calling. Are you going to address that? Are you going to address that? And you can't come and say the same thing you said. Are you going to apologize to me? I apologize to you more than once on this live. What about your big brother who disrespected me and this video and everybody watching on the chat with all the name calling? Are you going to say something to your brother or are you going to just dismiss it? Because I know you're disgruntled with me right now. You can say you're not, but I know you are. You don't like what we're talking about over here. You don't like this perspective that we got over here. You're against it. So are you going to let your brother's disrespect slide? Because you don't agree with everything we say over here. So it's okay for your brother to disrespect me, the live chat. I still haven't heard you say you're going to talk to your brother about being disrespectful yet. How come you're not saying nothing about that, bruh? Huh? Your silence speaks volumes. And anybody on this live, I ain't got to beat a dead horse. Y'all know when I was making those Genesis 1 and 14 videos, the majority of Israelites were pissed. They still pissed. But it ain't going to stop nothing, though. I stood on what I made in Genesis 1 and 14, all those videos, and I'm still standing on it right now. And you're seeing proof of Genesis 1 and 14 talking about a solar eclipse right now. There was a sign on April the 8th. You're seeing proof of it today. Knowledge is being increased. A separation is taking place amongst Israel. You got people who are going to chase after Yahweh only with all we got. And then you got people who are going to be okay with standing in one spot. J.R. Meadows says wheat versus tares, period. But you guys are right here on this live witnessing. I've asked this brother Yahweh's portion several times. Is he going to say something to his brother, Yahweh only, who came on here and all he did was name call? That's what people do when they don't have a point and they can't get no point across. They start name calling. But Yahweh's portion won't respond to that. Y'all notice that? Do y'all notice how he's not saying anything right now? He's not saying, yeah, my brother was wrong for being disrespectful, I'm going to say something to him. He's not saying anything. I hope you guys are seeing that. I hope you guys are picking up on why he's not saying nothing to his brother. King David says, we all family, but facts is facts. That's the person I am. I know some things be hurting, even I get mad. But at the end, I be like, man, it is what it is. Exactly. Exactly, y'all. And I hope that y'all understand this. Understand this. Why do I do these lives? Why do I make these videos at all? Well, the first reason is because I love Yahweh. I love the mighty one of Jacob. And I'm chasing after him, clawing and searching after him with all that I got. And I'm not staying inside the lines that the church, the Messianic Hebrews, even the Torah-only Hebrews, I'm not staying inside of you guys' program. I'm going wherever Yahweh leads me. And I know that that's scary to most people. That's why you're never going to do it. And you get mad when somebody like me or anybody else decides to search for Yahweh no matter where it takes us. And we are not afraid of what we find, but most of you are. You guys still notice Yahweh portion has not addressed. He said what he wanted to say, but how many times on his live have I asked him, is he going to check his brother? Because he told me Yahweh only was his brother. His brother was very disrespectful in his live chat with all the name calling. You think he gonna say something to his brother? All he told me was, that's my big brother. So just let it go, huh? You're not gonna tell him that he was wrong for doing that. I hope y'all see this. And your house portion, I know you still on here watching. You know what I'm saying is true. That's why you're not saying nothing. You're not saying a word. Because you're going to be okay with your brother disrespecting me. Because you don't agree with everything I'm saying. So it's okay for your brother to name call. See? I'm glad this, see, that's why I had these lives though. So everything can play out, so everybody can see. I don't have to lie. Everybody see what's going on. J.R. Meadows says, my discernment, understand truth when I hear it. Keep bringing truth, fam. Blessings, 100. King David says, forgot all about the eclipse thing. To be honest, that's how I don't let things just stay in my mental to mess up my day. But seek deeper. Can't stop that at all. Whether it hurt people or not, too close to be playing. Exactly, y'all. We too close to be playing. So I'm not going to debate with any of you. I'm not going to debate what Yahweh said. He said he never told us. Either that's a lie, either Jeremiah 7:22 is a straight up lie, or it's not. God said he never spoke to our ancestors concerning burnt offerings or sacrifices. Either that's true or it's a lie. Now Jeremiah 22:7-22 goes against half the Torah. So clearly, one half the Torah is going that way, the other's going that way. They are not both saying the same thing. You got a decision. Which way you gonna go, Hebrew? Don't get mad at me. All I did is point it out. I didn't write this. But y'all mad at me. Somebody out there is very angry at me, apparently. That's why guys come on here calling me names and not an apology. And you didn't hear Yahweh's portion say, yeah, my brother was wrong. I'm going to talk to him. Y'all noticed that, right? He didn't open his mouth. I wonder why. I wonder why he's not going to rebuke his brother for coming on my channel and being disrespectful with the name calling. I wonder why. I know why. Do you know why he's not going to say nothing? Do you know why Yahweh's portion has suddenly went quiet now? You notice he's not saying anything. He's still on here watching, by the way. But he's not saying anything. Because he ain't got nothing to say. He's not going to correct his brother. He's going to defend his brother just like he did. That's my big brother. That's all he said. I asked him, was he going to tell his brother that he was wrong? Not a peep out of him. But he wants me to send the link so he could come on the channel so we can debate scripture. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to debate what God said. Either you see it or you don't. And if you don't see it, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at any of you. But I am trying to wake you up before you get put to sleep for real. We in the end game now, y'all. We're in the end times, whether y'all know it or not. And y'all notice this, whenever we have a live and we're going into places that most people are scared to touch on, we always got situations like this. Y'all notice that? Somebody wants to come in talking crazy, calling names, causing strife and discord. This never fails, y'all. This has become a regular occurrence on this channel because there are lots of foul spirits in Israel. That's why. And Yahweh only got a foul spirit on him. You think he don't know that? You think Yahweh only don't know he got a foul spirit on him? Do y'all think he's going to be humble enough to come back on here the same way he called me all those names? Is he going to be humble enough to come on here and apologize? I'll be shocked if he does. King David, Psalm 144 said, the Most High, this is what he want clear as day, and he changed not. Can't get around it. Hosea 6:6. For I desire mercy, not sacrifice, an acknowledgement of God rather than burnt offerings. No, Ak, no. No, Ak, go read Ezekiel 45:15. No, Ak, go read Exodus chapter 5:1. You guys don't have the wherewithal to see, or even you're just scared to admit the Torah's been heavily edited. But you scared of that. That's why none of y'all won't come on here and say, yeah, I know the Torah's been heavily edited, because you don't know. And if you do, you're scared to death to admit it. Because your teachers, your mores, your pastors, your elders, your lying prophets, the same ones who told you Genesis 1:14 don't mean nothing, same ones who told you that the total solar eclipse don't mean nothing. But guess what? Anybody with eyes to see, you know the total solar eclipse on April the 8th meant a whole lot. And you can see things taking place right here on this channel. Signs. But you don't know how to read the signs, and you don't want to know. Most of you say, bump the signs. I didn't forget that. I didn't forget the bump the signs spirit that most of y'all are rolling in. That's why y'all quiet right now, most of you. You scared of truth. You scared of raw, uncut truth. You scared of truth that your teacher didn't tell you about. If your elder or your more didn't tell you about it, you're scared to death. You're not going to go looking for yourself. You're petrified. I don't care. I don't care who gets hurt by these teachings, because I'm not the one hurting you. The truth of Yahweh is cutting you to your spiritual white meat, and you can't take it. You notice whenever somebody don't have nothing to say, they get quiet. Yahweh's portion, where you at, bruh? And I know that you still on here. I know you are. Are you going to tell your brother that he was wrong? Or are you going to side with your brother's disrespect? I'm going to keep on asking this till you say something. I know you still here. But I like to go live because, see, these things can play out in real time. I don't have to lie. I don't have to make anything up. You guys on this live, y'all see what's going on. And you guys, anybody who's been watching these lives, I know that y'all also know how mad that the majority of Israelites got at all of those Genesis 1:14 videos. Whenever I did a video about signs in the heavens, Israelites would get very angry at me. Very angry. Name calling and all. I've seen it all. I'm not shocked. But I am shocked, though, that Yahweh's portion would tell me that's my big brother, but you're not going to correct him, though. You're just going to tell me that's your big brother. So I guess I'm just supposed to pay that no mind, all the disrespect and the name calling. Guess what? If I had a big brother and he came on your channel and started calling you names, guess what? I would check the hell out of my brother. Because I don't play that. Right is right and wrong is wrong. But you ain't said nothing. But you did tell me that's your big brother, though. Never mind the foul spirit that he got on him, though, huh? That's why I like to go live, because I let people see for themselves the foul spirits in Israel. How everybody wants to take up for animal sacrifice. Y'all notice between yesterday and today, doesn't matter how many scriptures I read when Yahweh says he don't want sacrifice. All our people want to do is bring me all the scriptures that command sacrifice. That right there should cause alarm to you. You should see that part of the Tanakh is going that way, the other part going that way. Blatant contradiction, but you're scared to admit that because you say there's no lies in the Torah and the Tanakh. Well, we just shattered that foolish lie yesterday and today. Animal sacrifice is wicked. Human sacrifice, wicked. I read Judges the 11th chapter when Jephthah sacrificed his daughter. Now, he told you, the Old Testament tells you that Jephthah is doing a sacrifice, a human sacrifice of a virgin daughter. He's doing it to Yahweh. Where did Yahweh tell you to sacrifice anything, especially a human virgin? Y'all don't see this? Y'all don't see that they're setting you up for JC, the ultimate human blood sacrifice, satanic, demonic, just like animal sacrifice. I don't care if you can pull out a Deuteronomy, Ezekiel, Leviticus. It's a add-on. But you're too scared to admit that. So instead, you want to call me names. I don't care. I know some of y'all want to hurt me. Some of you guys probably want to even stone me. You think I care? You think I'm worried about any of you out there? Do you think I lose sleep at night because a man is calling me names? Because I know some of you didn't call me names. Some of you didn't say nothing. But I can feel your evil spirit. Some of you want to stone your brother. You think I'm worried about that? I guarantee you, you don't want no smoke. Not in the physical realm. You might think you want to play. Guess what? I love Yahweh. I'm trying to be like King David. Yeah. You might talk that smoke, talk all crazy, disrespectful. You don't want no smoke in the physical realm. Even though I know some of you, like I said, you want to stone me. You think I don't know that? How do I know that? How do I know some of y'all out there want to kill me? Because ain't nothing new under the sun. I'm shattering your religion right now, so some of you want to stone me. Just know, if you want to stone me, you better bring a bag lunch, because it ain't going to go like you think it's going to go. I'm going to leave you with that. Torah Tanakh only. I'm not afraid to call out lies when I see it, but you are. That's why you want to call me names. I got news for you. I'm black. I've been called names my whole life. That don't mean nothing to me. You ain't gonna stop nothing over here. We gonna follow Yahweh wherever that leads us to. And right now it's leading us to, we understand that killing innocent animals is wicked as hell. King David says 100. We have to seek, then read, and don't question it, especially when things ain't adding up. Like, hold up, it's more saying no than yes, and the Most High said he don't flip-flop like man. Exactly, King David. But I do understand, don't get me wrong, fam. I understand how this can be nearly impossible for us to understand because the Torah has been lied on. That's why we can't understand it. So y'all want to attack me, but you don't want to attack the people that edited the Torah. You want to come after me for merely pointing it out. It's a sad state of affairs. But guess what? It's going to be all right as long as you follow the Most High and him only. If it's meant for you to get it, you'll get it. Tav X Hebrews, purity and becoming one. Hebrews, hit the like button, share this video, subscribe to this channel if you're not already. Catch you on the next one.